Hi folks, Dave with dbstechtalk. And today we're going to talk about the Meze Rai Penta. The Meze Rai Penta was sent in by Meze for a review. Do greatly appreciate it. Meze, you rock. Also, I want to thank Meze for allowing me to purchase this demo unit. Do greatly appreciate it. I reached out to them and said, hey, I really want to purchase these. Is there any way possible, or do I have to buy them direct? And they said, no, here you go. Here is a discount code that you can use to purchase this specific demo unit. We met on a price, and so these Rai Pentas are mine. That may give a hint as to the direction that this review is going, but please bear with me and enjoy. All right, so down below, there's going to be links to where you can purchase the Rai Penta. Also for links to music that was used to review them, my recommended gear, and all kinds of other links as far as how you can reach me and contact me and support the channel, all that kind of stuff. Check out the links down below. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. All right, so the Meze Rai Penta, I want to give a massive shout out to Meze. Thank you very much again. I do greatly appreciate everything that you have done. Has Meze outdone themselves yet again with the Rai Penta? Everything that I have reviewed so far from Meze has impressed me, and I have truly loved them. So, do the Meze Rai Pentas from Romania do the same thing? Come in a very simple box, has a logo there on the front, and it says Rai Penta. And it's got this little weave design, kind of nice and looking, very simple. On the back side, you get a view of the internals, which are 4 balanced armatures and 1 dynamic driver. Has a very unique tuning system, and also it has a very unique way of doing the nozzles and the ports, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. Some of the specs here that are listed has a frequency response of 4 hertz to 45 kilohertz. So that's 4 hertz to 45 kilohertz. And then it has an impedance of 20 ohms and a sensitivity of 100 decibels. They do connect via MMCX connectors, and it's just a very straightforward, simple box. When you slide off the cover, we'll set that to the side, see if the cats sit in it, and there you are. It's just a very simple but elegant design. If you've gotten any other IEMs like the Rai Solo from Meze, you'll be very familiar with this setup. It's just easy to unbox, but also makes it feel very special. So you get all kinds of tips on there, and there are your IEMs. We will set that to the side for a moment. You also get a little bit of paperwork, and you get some Meze stickers. On the inside of this paperwork, there is some information regarding what you can expect from it. And it says some of the key features are a full metal CNC housing, precision milled metal sound tubes, MMCX connectors, neutral tonality, anatomic fit, and a reference class. I do apologize, I misspoke on the box. It looked like it said 100 decibels of sensitivity. Inside here it says 112. Still 20 ohms though. And then on the other sides, it does show how to fit it in the ears. And it says that the metal sound tubes are machined from one solid block of aluminum or aluminium. They have a CNC sculptured chassis, high endurance anodized surface, and it gives you some warranty information. There's some pretty neat information in here, and if you do get these, I recommend you read it, or you can read the website that's linked down below. All right, so the case is just like the one with the Ray Solo, nice leatherish with the Meze logo. And I really do enjoy this case. It protects and it looks good and it's small. So you get a very nice cable that has some Meze branding on it. 3.5 rhodium. And then there are your MMCX, which are kind of hard to see at that angle. You get a 1/4 inch adapter, a airplane adapter, and a cleaning tool with a very long end on it to reach into those extra tubes. The cable does have a nice wrap to it, Meze branded. Everything about this cable just feels quality. It feels very nice, very durable. I did not have any reasons to change it or swap it. The ear hooks are a little stiff. They are not memory wired, like they retain their where you had them around your ears, but they are a little bit as far as they retain the hook. And on one of them they have a red dot for right. All the tips are fantastic, and they work very well. I just dropped one somewhere. There it is. You get a couple different types. You get biflange, and you also get singles. I used the biflange on mine. We will show you the actual ones that I use. So they have a smaller tip on top and larger on the bottom. Those are the ones that I used, and they seem to be the medium size. As far as the IEMs themselves, they are extremely pretty to look at. There's your MMCX connector. Here comes your tube, and then you have 3 holes that come out for the channels of the BAs and the dynamic. Look at all the curves on them. I just find them to be extremely comfy, very lightweight for an aluminum build. Tips, just click right on. I did not have any reasons to swap tips, and I used stocks the entire time. Alright, so you find the one with the red dot, and then you find the right. They are listed with right, and as you can see, there are the different ports that are built into the shells. Meze has done a lot of research and design for these, and I think it's paid off. Comfort wise, these things are uber comfort. One of the most comfy IEMs I've ever felt in my ears, for being the size that they are. They just disappear. They sink right in. They don't protrude way out. They don't feel like they're going to flop around. They just sit in my ears very comfortably. I can wear these for hours on end. In fact, I can sleep in these. They're not the most comfortable to sleep in, but I can sleep very well. As far as isolating of outside noises, they do a very good job. I would say they're about 70% of outside noises is blocked, especially when you use the biflange tip. I just find that it just goes in and seals, and it is an incredible fit for my ears. Now, your ears may be a little different, but I find they used to be extremely comfortable in and sealing of outside noises. Overall, design, comfort, and fit, 10 out of 10 for me. Absolutely love them. All right. So, Meze Rai Penta. Now, how do they sound? The pros on them, they are very musical. They're somewhat laid back. They're very detailed, sort of neutral tuning. They have natural tone and timbre, insane spatial awareness. They're amazing with live recordings. Classical and acoustical music is insanity. Those are my words. that I have written on my notes. They're comfortable and they're easy to drive. Being 20 ohms, 112 decibels of sensitivity, they're fairly easy to drive. Pretty much anything can drive them. A few of the cons, they are a little bit heavy. They're not the lightest IEM around, so it dependent on your ear and the strength of your ear, I guess, they can get a little bit heavy after a while. They are a little bit on the sub-bass light side, and every now and then there is random harshness that comes through in the upper mids and lower treble, but it's very random. All right, now let's focus in on the individual areas. Bass. These are a mid-bass focused IEM. It's very tight, very controlled, very well textured, and it has an impact in the mid bass. Sub bass is there. It'll reach down. You can get details. You can hear what is down there. You just don't really feel it. The impact comes from the mid bass, and it's a very nice and impactful mid bass, but it's not overpowering. It's not thumping. It's not rumbly. And in fact, I find it to be a very pleasing bass for the Meze Rai Penta. I just find them to be a very smooth, well-textured, tight, and extremely well-controlled bass. The mids are very balanced across the board. From the low end of the mids to the upper mids, it's a very balanced sound. Nothing really sounds like it is trying to compete with another in the mids. Everything is very cohesive. It's a very natural sound. It has a little bit of a warmer tint to it. And I really enjoy that, and you get a full bodiness to it. Vocals are really alive on the Meze Rai Penta. And everything is just nice and forward and very well presented, and it has a very natural sound signature. It sounds like you're in a smaller sound venue and you're listening to the artist standing in front of you singing with all the instruments around you, or the orchestra is in front of you and it's just playing. Everything sounds very natural. The treble is slightly rolled off on top, and it has a little bit lower of a treble presence. So the lower regions of the treble is a little more prominent than the upper. But it's not shouty, it's not aggressive, it's a very laid back sound. But what happens is sometimes in that upper treble region, it will lack just a tad of sparkle and energy. But it makes them very laid back and very non-fatiguing. And I really do enjoy that. It's a very mellow sound, a very natural sound. But every now and then I just found myself asking for a little bit more energy. But all the details are there, all the air is there. It never sounds stuffy, it never sounds dull. I just wish that every now and then I could get a little bit more crash from the cymbal or a little bit more crisp from the brass. Soundstage. Now I said that these have a crazy spatial awareness, and this is one of the most interesting aspects of the Meze Rai Penta. The Meze Rai Penta have a soundstage average width. They're not the widest IEM out there. Now, they're not intimate. They're not like forced in your ears. It doesn't feel like you're in a helmet. But at the same time, they're not like exploding with width. But where they really, really excel is in depth and layering. So you can really read into the soundstage. You can really look at the stage and dissect where everything is. You can place things extremely well. Imaging is craziness. So isolation and separation of instruments and of vocals is precise. You can look at the stage as you're listening to it and you can go, violins are there. Cellos are there, brass is over there, the soloist is over here to the left of the microphone, the choir is on the right side, somebody is scrubbing their feet on the wood floor here. You can just place everything really well, and it's crazy how something walks. So if somebody walks from kind of a curve from back in the stage and then towards the front and then away, you can hear it trace itself in that kind of arc. if things kind of move across, fade in left, go across, fade in, or fade out to the right, you can hear that, you can trace it, and you can place it very well. Especially like if someone comes in, stops, and then moves again, you can really place it. They have insanity when it comes to spatial awareness, and I just absolutely love it. These things, the Rai Pentas, are my favorite to watch movies and videos on, and to play games with that I don't need specific details portrayed. So like for shooting games, sports games, things like that, I really enjoy the Rai Penta. To be able to watch movies or videos, I really enjoy the Rai Penta. If I'm going to do my racing game where I need to know a few different cues and not have the bass and the mids be quite as prominent, the Rai Penta is not my choice for that, because it portrays it a little bit too much, and I can't get all the other details that I'm looking for. But for movie watching, videos, and just kind of playing in an open setting where I don't need to have precision information, specific information I'm looking for in a racing game, then the Rai Penta is my choice. Tone and timbre is crazy good on the Rai Penta. It sounds very natural. It's very accurate sounding. It sounds organic. Everything just sounds the way it should. I love pianos, guitars, stringed instruments on the Rai Penta, and I am truly in love with the Meze Rai Penta, hence the reason why I purchased them. Alright folks, this has been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Speaking of next video, somewhere on the screen is a subscription link and notification bell. If you haven't already, please check those off. And then don't forget to check out those links down below for where you can purchase the Meze Rai Penta and all the other recommended gear. Actually, disregard I just said that. I forgot one really important thing. And that is, how do they play with other gear? Well, I use them mostly with the Spectra X, the NextDrive Spectra X dongle, USB-C DAC plugged into my phone, and I truly enjoyed it. It has a very nice, powerful sound, very organic, very smooth, plenty of energy. And I was able to stream Tidal, play local files, all that kind of stuff. Also, I found that it played extremely well with my Sony NWA105 and also with the Pioneer XDP30R DAPs. Played very well with those, had very nice texture and smoothness to the sound. And then, desktop, why not? I used them on desktop, and I found that the Mytek Liberty DAC sounds extremely smooth with the Meze Rai Penta. Really enjoy the Mytek Liberty, and it has a very organic and natural sound on it. Plenty of power. No need to raise the volume too much there. Alright. Now we got all the information in. Don't forget to check out those links down below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All that good stuff that I already said. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Have yourself a fantastic day.